this is not going to be a super sexy, exciting topic, but when you're purchasing more and more cordless machines, polishers, drills, blowers, you're going to have more and more batteries to manage. So in this video, I'm going to give you a breakdown of how we manage to keep all our batteries charged, where we charge them, and the system we have in place to make sure that the batteries that we use are charged and the ones that aren't charged are gonna get charged, so we don't go out to the field or here in the shop, put a battery in and it turns out to be dead. So let's get started with breaking down how we manage our batteries. So here behind me is our charging station, basically. So any type of battery that needs to be charged happens here. The only ones that we don't charge here are the interior light bars that we use to light up the interior, just because those are literally too long. Pause. And it don't fit here. So what we have here is just a 10 dock port station from Rigid that I got at Home Depot, and then we connect that to everything else that we have. Now, for instance, the DeWalt batteries, we have the most. I think we have at least 10 to 15 batteries, going from the I forget which one this is, from the 4H or whatever it's called to the to these more standard ones that they give us. Yeah, the 4H. Yes, the 4AH. We have like 8 of those or 6 of those. The batteries are expensive. But we have like 6 of those and like nice, I caught it. And we have like 10 of these, I believe. Now the problem is we only have 2 charging stations. These are the standard ones. Now I know that there's the 4-port charging station from DeWalt that DeWalt offers. Problem with that though is the price. It's like $240, and the system that we have here is, if it's not charged, it is charging, right? So here on the bottom, we have a ready tray and then we have a low tray. So if it's not ready, it has to be charging. And if there's no stations available, you're gonna put it in the low. We've been able to manage, not even manage, it's been fine. Like we don't go, you know, we have enough batteries. So it's not like we get clogged up, because at the end of every shift, we switch out all the batteries, right? If the van goes out, or here at the shop, they did like they use it a lot, then they're gonna put the batteries on the charging dock, because we always make sure everything is charged. So like I'll turn this on right now. So obviously we turn this on and literally everything else turns on because they're all connected to the same hub. So we're gonna see if these are charged. If they are, like throughout the day, if someone opens it and they see that it's charged, they'll take it off and just throw it in the ready, and then they'll get whatever is in low and put it in the dock. But the main one that we have is the DeWalt, like that we have the most batteries for that. As we add more tools and such, like we're gonna have to add another hub or something, because we're already maxed out on our, like literally everything is maxed out here. Every port is taken. One thing we could do, because we have 2 individual DeWalt charging blocks here, we could upgrade to that 4-port one, and now we can charge 4 at once and just take one port or one whatever outlet. So that would free up one other one. But the problem with cordless machines is not really a problem, but like they're very helpful in regards to, like, you know, cordless, right? So polishers, it helps out a lot, but you have the trouble of like keeping everything charged, and the more polishers you have of different sorts, different brands, it's just something else that you have to charge, right? So not that it's bad, but you will have to figure out a system, and it's pretty straightforward. All of this, you have a ready tray and then a low tray. If it's ready, fully charged, it goes in the ready. If it's not fully charged, it goes in low. Or if it's not in low but it needs to be charged, it has to be charging. The assumption is if there's anything in here, it is fully charged and it's ready to go. That's it. If it's in ready, it is ready to go. And if it's not fully charged, it's either in low or it's charging. That's just the basic thing that we can follow. So we have a Flex, we have 2 Astro lights, we have several, the cool thing about, well, not the cool thing, but something that is also helpful is like from ScanGrip, that they have multiple lights. It helps that the same charger can charge multiple things. Like we have the headlamps right here, and then we have the handheld light here. And at least for these, you can charge them from the same charger. It doesn't go for everything, because we have the ScanGrip multi-match 3, and that one has to be charged on this block, and we have 2 of those. So I guess you could say a negative to batteries is how expensive it gets. I mean, in batteries alone, I mean, you know, I don't know, $500 or so, right? Like especially the DeWalt batteries, especially if you go in the higher, like where they last longer, man, they get expensive. So that's something that you have to look out for when it comes to cordless machines, and especially this one, like the Ego blower. Actually, it comes with 2, right? The blower itself, I think it's close to $300, and it comes with 2 batteries, right? But if you want to purchase a separate battery, I think it's close to like $220. It's expensive to have
batteries everywhere. But eventually we will have to make a second deck and get another core because we're almost maxed out. Like we can, like I said, make a few upgrades, but we're eventually gonna max it out. And we keep it here in this tray. So the primary reason that we got this cabinet here is because when we were washing vehicles inside the shop, we just had this like out in the open, and you know, when we were washing cars, I was kind of scared that water would come and like, you know, touch something, like get on something that's not supposed to get on. So that's why we're like, you know what, let's get a dedicated cabinet for this. That way we can secure everything be fine in here. We don't leave it on overnight. It's only on throughout the day, right? Like it's only on when someone is here at the shop. Have we left it on overnight before? Yes, but hardly ever do we have all the ports charging at, like, with actual batteries in there. Rarely does that ever happen. It's typically going to be the DeWalt batteries that are being charged. We have a few things up here, but they're just kind of miscellaneous things. Like we have extra chargers here that we kind of keep just because we've had so many chargers. Well, we buy things that come with chargers, so we just kind of keep them in storage. But other than that, it's a pretty straightforward system. Probably the biggest thing is get a hub here, get a charging hub. That way you can like kind of just keep this completely dedicated to charging, and it would help to put it in a cabinet if you're gonna have multiple batteries, just again to keep it safe. And I mean, if a fire catches, what I assume it all gets contained here in the metal cabinet. Does it not? Like that's another plus to it. We also store our Ozone machine right here, but that'll be for a separate video. Anyways, that's how we handle our batteries and how we charge them. So if you have any questions about this or the batteries that we use or the polisher or the cordless machine that we have, let me know in the comment section down below. I'll link to these batteries and polishers or machines that we use, just so you can reference what we're using. But other than that, I'll end it right here. Let me know if you have any comments, questions, concerns in the comment section down below. Check the video description in order to download the ultimate guide to start your detailing business. To check out my podcast, the Detailing Business Class Podcast, and anything else that I have going on will be linked in the description box below. All right, talk to you later.